The 2013 Mr. Olympia event was full of great competitors. There was many one-on-one matchups going on, including the champion, Dr. Phil Heath and Kai Green. Dennis Wolf, Sean Roden had their own little personal matchup going on. And of course, Big Rammy and Jay Cutler, and might as well throw Rolly Winkler in that little trio. Personally, when I watched this event, I had my eye on these two dudes, Lionel Beyeke, and of course, the champion, the current champion, Brendan Curry. He placed way down in 15th. And Lionel Beyeke, he placed 10th, a whopping 5 positions ahead of Brendan Curry. Was it a political decision? Was it maybe perhaps the judges overlooked Brendan Curry? Let's have a little comparison, and this comparison lacks the symmetry round. No front comparisons, no side relaxed, no rear relaxed. This is the front double bicep pose. The first thing I notice was the conditioning of Lionel appears to be better, the overall conditioning. Better finish. But the lines, each and everything on Brendan Curry, I prefer. Both of these guys look fantastic aesthetically. But the roundness of the biceps of Brendan Curry, and even the V-taper. Of course, the legs belong to Lionel Beyeke. Maybe not the calves. He has a very highly inserted set of calves, and that's definitely not a good thing. And if you stuck a 1990s competitor up against either of these two guys, they would blow them away in the calf region. But it is a close one because of the conditioning. But personally, I like Brendan. Front lat spread, no doubt this one is going to Lionel Beyeke. He always has the size in this matchup, and he's going to always have the conditioning. Look at the thin skin. And this time he is just dominant as far as the lats are concerned. A little non-symmetrical, I will say, but I think it is enough to defeat Brendan Curry in this shot. Brendan, not the best, and that is funny when you think about how just incredible his front lat spread is now. Much improved is Brendan Curry in all aspects, but more so in this front lat spread. So far, it's pretty much a tie game. Side chest pose. Again, Lionel has the size, he has the thin skin, the conditioning, but Brendan fills it out a little bit better when you look at the chest itself, but I don't think it's enough when you look at the legs. I mean, Lionel, just a beast in this shot. And like I said, I had my eye on both of these guys, and I could have easily threw a couple of, who else was it? Johnny O. Jackson looked good, and there was a couple other dudes too, I believe. But anyway, these are the guys that really stuck out in my mind. I like the shape, Brendan Curry, but I would have to go with Lionel Beyeke in this one, just due to the conditioning and, of course, the legs. And I know it's not a side leg, it's a side chest. Side tricep, this one it's not the best for Lionel Beyeke. I mean, you know me. If you do watch my channel, you know I don't like this pose, but I am lenient towards it if it does look good. But actually, Lionel, maybe a little distension in the stomach, actually. So Curry pulls off a victory in the side tricep, just due to the shape and the size of the tricep. Back development. This is an iffy one. I could see certain people giving this one to Lionel Beyeke. If you really look close at the lats, he has a vascularity level and maybe better conditioning. You look at the legs, the glutes. Actually, both of these guys, not bad in the glute region when you think about their track record when it comes to the glute area. I would give this one to Brendan Curry, though. His lats a little bit more filled out. And look at the size of his traps in comparison. A little wishy-washy, though. Not much separation here. These guys are both still in the oven here. They're a little undercooked, so to speak. A little young. So, like I said, a little bit of a point here to Brendan Curry. Rear double bicep. Now, Lionel looks a little bit better in this one when you look at the lats. You can see there's more muscle separation. And the traps, yes, they are still a little bit smaller, but there is much more separation, more vascular. The peaks in the biceps of Brendan Curry are fantastic, especially in the comparison here. Those biceps from behind of Brendan, some of the best in bodybuilding history. So a lot of bodybuilders, they can't really display them in this shot. Robbie Robinson comes to mind. Probably the best. So it appears maybe a 1-for-1 here in the back developments, and that I kind of like that when it is a toss-up. Ab and thigh. This is a Lionel Beyeke pose, if you ask me. Of course, he is in better condition. He was in better condition every shot. It took Brendan Curry to be much better overall, the shape, symmetry, proportions, things of that nature. But neither guy impresses me in the ab department in these versions, respectively. I mean, don't get me wrong. Both of these guys look like Greek gods. But anyway, Lionel definitely winning in the thigh. Look at the quads. He looks like a flex wheeler in that aspect. Most muscular shot. Brendan Curry really needed to improve this one, I think, and he definitely, most certainly did. Lionel just bigger, and as far as conditioning is concerned, he's better as well. Here's another one. Check out Brendan Curry. He needs to, well, he did. He needed to improve upon this one for sure. He just looks funny. I don't know who his posing coach was or whatever the case may be. He definitely would probably get, I said definitely and then I said probably. That's a contradiction, perhaps. He would more than likely get Lionel Beyeke in all of the most musculars nowadays. But either way, 2013, Lionel does get this pose. And in my opinion, the placing was correct. He was better than Brendan Curry at this event. So what does that say about Brendan Curry and his improvements? Or maybe the lack thereof for Lionel Beyeke? He has been jerked around lately, though, in the IFBB, whether it comes to his visas or getting to the events. And it's just a very unfortunate undertaking for this man. So he had the potential to be the Mr. Olympia champion for sure. But his story is not written yet. He may one day become that Mr. Olympia champion. Who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed this comparison, and hit thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a fantastic day.